Hi, we're here at the Pockwood Pond dump site facility here on a very wonderful occasion as we continue to promote recycling here in the territory. I'm Public Health Communication Specialist Natasha Letsom Humphrey for the Ministry of Health and Social Development. Today is an information session and a demonstration of what we have behind me, which is a glass crusher as we continue to promote recycling here in the territory. We have with us our Minister for Health and Social Development, Honorable Vincent Wheatley. We have the Deputy Director for Green VI, Ms. Sarah Penny, and we have one of its board members, Mr. Dylan Payne, here today to talk about this wonderful machine and the possibilities and what it holds for recycling here in the territory.
Well, good morning to everyone. Today we're here at the incinerator where we're demonstrating our glass crushing machine right here in my hand. This goes to show our commitment as Minister for Health and Social Development to changing the way we see waste and handle waste here in the BVI. I believe in partnerships, and today it's a pleasure to partner with Green VI in making this a reality. They say if you're not recycling, you're throwing it all away. This glass crusher can do some phenomenal work. And the end product is what you see here in my hand and some others here in Dylan's hand. This crushed glass can be used for many things. Aggregate for roads, it can be used in plastering, arts and craft, it can be used to make even cinder blocks. So it has many uses and other uses that the creative minds are yet to come up with. So today I'm so excited at this groundbreaking situation here with a glass crushing machine that's going to lead to many, many creative things yet to be thought of. So I'm happy to be here, and thank you all for being here, Kathy and everybody else, is that GIS, at this ceremony here. Thank you.
Let me see. Should I balance these? Yes. Good morning, all. Good morning, all. Well, owing in part to the lovely weather and also the fact that you didn't really come to hear me speak, I think we're really overjoyed, at least from a board perspective, on this particular occasion. This represents a tangible step, not just talk, but talk transferred into action in terms of optimizing the efficiency of alternative waste management in the territory. I know from a board level we always talk about the government taking the lead and bringing along agencies like Green VI in partnering for a greener and cleaner Virgin Islands, and I think that this represents that. And this represents a step on the journey, and certainly we're not where we want to be, but we're not where we were. And I think that this would encourage not only the government-wide but the territory-wide to really take recycling more seriously, help the Department of Waste Management, which has so graciously, I've been so impressed, particularly with Mr. Solomon and the Waste Management team, for their willingness to partner with us, the willingness to lead this initiative. And certainly from a board perspective, we look forward to greater and greater endeavors. This is only a small step in the journey, and from a board perspective, we are really overjoyed and thankful for this opportunity.
All right. Thank you, Honorable. Thank you, Board Member Penn. And soon enough, I will get to say thank you, Mr. Solomon. So on behalf of Green VI as an organization, I've been able to be a part of all the steps that it's taken to get to this day. Darwin, a lot of people don't know, his main theory was actually that humans are a successful species because we're one of the only that knows how to collaborate. Testimony is here. The fact that from the origins of the We Recycle program, it has been a collaboration. There's been a memorandum of understanding from day one to say that the Ministry of Health and Green VI as a not-for-profit organization will work together to find solutions. I think the territory can always be proud of the fact, actually, that waste management sits under the Ministry of Health. It should remind us that waste management is a public health matter, and everyone that's involved in the work that the Department of Waste Management does is key in protecting public health. They do everything they can, but this must always come from my mouth, a reminder that each of us as individuals generates the waste that must be managed, and we must all do our part to reduce, then reuse, and lastly to recycle. Okay? We want to say thank you to the Family Foundation, the Palmer Foundation, who were the donors that put forward the funding to purchase the Andela glass crusher. They're a family that believes in this territory, has supported many initiatives. We have other donors that then help to support the effort to get the housing for this machine put in place. But it's key to acknowledge that this piece of equipment is installed on Crown land. It's installed where Waste Management manages most of Tatola and actually a lot of outer islands waste. Many people don't know that a lot of our smaller islands send their waste and it comes here to be managed on Tatola. And right now, glass is one of the most exciting things that we can separate. When the incinerator is up and running, it actually causes a lot of damage to the machine, to the incinerator, when the glass goes in there. So if you are an individual at home that has chosen to start separating your glass from your waste, you are such a key part of the solution. And your solution translates to glass that can be crushed and then turned into cover that helps the Department of Waste Management and the territory to manage the hill right now, but additionally inspires innovation in the same way, Honorable, you raised, because right now there are already businesses throughout the territory that are based on using glass as a resource, crushed glass. So we all start to say in the BVI, in the Virgin Islands, we understand that waste is a resource. Okay, and so from the bottom of my heart for everybody on the Green VI team who gets to work with the Department of Waste Management constantly. I think Mr. Solomon has my phone number with some kind of special image on it, right? Uh-oh, she's calling. We're trying to demonstrate, as always, that collaboration is how we can succeed. So thank you to everyone at home and here that's been a part of the solution. Mr. Solomon.
Good morning, everyone. I hope to be brief because really what I want to say is just to say thank you to everyone who made this possible. From Green VI to the ministry, even to the Ministry of Finance as well, everyone and the members of the public have all made this possible. It's all, so on behalf of the department, we say thanks. This is part of our whole strategic trust where we are trying to really divert as much waste from the landfill, and where waste is coming to the landfill, we try to find a purpose for it. So we are finding a purpose for the glass at this point in time, in using the glass, as Sarah said, for cover material, which will help reduce the fires. Alright, so we are happy to have this. We are hopeful as well to even go more further with it, because as Minister mentioned and Sarah mentioned, glass aggregate has so much different uses right now. So we are hoping that persons come and are interested in also utilizing it in their business, and we are here to help them do so. But at the meantime, we are using it for cover material. We also want to try it as we do works on our road works, so that we'll have no stoppage when rain falls. So the persons will be able to reach up to that hill without any hindrance, by creating enough traction through glass and some mixture of the asphalt. So in time, we hope to show you all that as well, and I thank you for coming.
So now, yeah, that's fine. So now the exciting part, because I want to give a shout out to the Ministry of Health's communication officer for having the vision to see that today, rather than a ribbon cutting, we're having an activation and a demonstration of this machine. So we hope everybody at home gets to see how it works. The only other entity that needs a little bit of credit is the Public Works Department, who sees the vision for this aggregate, and it's already in planning to make it be a part of public infrastructure projects, pipe bedding, road works, and again, just testimony to the government of the Virgin Islands, all its departments and nonprofit sector who see that working together is how we make lasting change. So let's see it crush, right?
So following that brief ceremony, we're going to get a demonstration of the Andela glass crusher. So once again, for the viewers who are just joining us, we're here at the Pockwood Pond dump site facility, where it's an information session and a demonstration session of the glass crusher. We just heard from our minister, we heard from Green VI, and we now know, and we are in a better position to know how this glass is going to be used in various applications across the territory. So once again, we are imploring, we are encouraging, we are trying to motivate the community to do their part, to separate, to rinse, to wash, to put these clean bottles into, the we recycle bins that are located at various points throughout the territory. Because in the end, this is where it's going to end up. And we've just heard what is going to happen after the glass is crushed. So once again, we're here at Pockwood Pond, and we're demonstrating the glass crusher, very new, very exciting here for the territory. We're here with our Minister for Health and Social Development, Honorable Vincent Wheatley. Honorable Wheatley, all day seeing you with this bag. Like this bag have a story, talk to us.
Man, I'm heading at the incinerator. We've had a problem for years with glass at the incinerator. It goes into the incinerator, it's melted, and it clogs the machine up. It's currently being repaired. But to avoid that problem, partnering with Green VI, we have a glass crushing machine. This machine can crush in 1 hour about 1,000 tons of glass. What I have in my hand here is crushed glass from right here. This crushed glass has many uses, limited only by our creativity and imagination. Crafts, roadwork, plastering, cinder blocks, you name it. It has many, many uses. This is a part of our pledge to reduce the amount of waste that's going up to the landfill up there. Glass, about 80% of the stuff that goes up there can be recycled. Glass is one of the easiest because it's clean. It's basically sand. So we started with this here. We're going to have more initiatives for other materials to reduce 80% of what goes to the landfill. So today I am so excited to see tangible evidence of what we've been trying to do for a long time. More recycling, taking better care of our environment. So that's why I'm so excited. I have my bag of glass here with me so persons can see it's more than just talk. We've moved from beyond talk into action thanks to our partners, Green VI, thanks to Solid Waste and their energy and their vision and their encouragement.
And we know this glass that is being used and being crushed today comes from the We Recycle program. Yes. And we know that the program and recycling in the territory is basically in its infancy stages as we seek to expand. What are your thoughts about the way people are recycling here in the territory, and what would you say to inspire more?
This recycling thing, it cannot be just Department of Waste or Green VI. It must be a territory-wide initiative. We want to encourage persons to separate their waste. Put the glass one way, plastic the other way, aluminum the other way. So when we collect this glass or when it's dropped off at the incinerator, half the work is already done. Everybody, the schools, the churches, the businesses, all those bars with all those bottles all the time, get those bottles to the incinerator. Get them separated. Start training your staff. If you don't want to do it yourself, call Green VI. We have the Green Pledge coming. Your business can be fully trained by Green VI. I think it's free to show you and to train you how to do the recycling, to train you how to do the separation and so forth. If you're not recycling, we are throwing it all away. We can't afford that. The stuff you're throwing away is actually can be used for something else. It could be a commodity. And that's what we've done here. We've taken empty glass bottles into a commodity that actually has value. This has value right here.
Definitely, and we know that 20% of waste that ends up here at the dump site is glass. So if we could remove the glass from the waste stream and bring it here where we can crush it and use it for alternate means, we're a step ahead. So once again, thank you, Minister, for this as we continue to promote a healthier, greener VI.
Again, it's about one step. We have many more things to roll out as we battle waste going to the dump sites. Thank you.
We're here with Mr. Dylan Penn, and he's one of the board members for Green VI. Mr. Penn, we just went through that brief ceremony, and one of the things we spoke about was the importance of this collaboration between private and public. Tell me, how significant is this as we try to promote recycling here in the territory?
Well, it's particularly important that, and as I said at the board level, we always discuss with growing excitement how important it is that the government not only partner with it, but the government lead and push the initiative. And agencies like Green VI and any other environmentally minded agency partner with government for key resources, research, information, just to help this come to fruition, because we've been talking a long time about this, right? We always talk about recycling, but the reality of it is that there's so little layers between the protection of the environment and the dangers of or waste management if it's not managed effectively. And this represents a tangible step in that. And I mean, we're beyond excited as a board. I think it's just for future collaboration. It signals that yes, we're not only ready to collaborate as a government, but we're ready to open it up to whoever wants to collaborate with Green VI, with the government, to make it a greener and cleaner BVI. So I'm excited. I'm excited.
And I have to say, one of the things that impressed me the most was the media turnout.
Yes.
And, I think it contributes or it says a lot about them in this fight
Yeah.
for us to promote recycling throughout the territory. How significant was their presence here today?
You know what? We have to get the word out there because I think it's about creating a spark amongst the people. We have to move from just start to action, and from the youngest to the oldest, and that it brings me to the efforts that Green VI are doing with the Ministry of Education, with Ministry of Health, in getting in the schools, getting the word out, because when you get in the schools, the children then tell their parents, and then when you see it all on YouTube, and when you see it all in the media, and it's always constantly in your ear, it becomes, what I'm hoping is that recycling, reduce, reuse, and recycling becomes so commonplace in the BVI that any innovation is just like, yeah, that's expected, because it's expected that we will lead the region in environmentally managing waste and looking to not only do that, but preserve the life of our incinerator. So the media and the constant media presence and the constant blasting of this information is so important in sparking the territory. So it's really exciting for them to be here.
And I know you guys, Green VI, you guys are trendsetters and innovators, and we just basically look forward to expanding and, adding to our recycling efforts. And where are we going in terms of expansion?
Well, we're looking, like, I was just talking to one of the staff members, and it's like, yeah, we have a bigger one of these. It's just packed up and waiting to go. So this just represents a small step in the journey. But every journey begins with that step. But we began with the Re-Recycle program. We're already well established, or at least well established enough to know that when people hear Green VI, when people hear a Green VI collaborating with something, they know that it's going to be something of quality. It's going to be something that more and more is coming, right? Bigger and bigger is coming. We want to take glass completely out of the waste stream. We're looking forward to partnering with the government in legislation to reduce the single-use plastics that are coming into the territory. We're looking to partner with the government to develop such a refined waste stream, not only from the government side and the handling side, but also from the awareness side of the general public, that anything environmental becomes commonplace. And that's the goal, because at our meetings we always say, we have to catalyze a greener, cleaner, and healthier BVI, and that is the aim, and we will not stop until we get there.
Wonderful. Well, good luck on your quest.
Thank you very much.
We're here with the Deputy Director of Green VI, Ms. Sarah Penny. Ms. Penny, we're out here today. We invited the media for this demonstration and information session. What are your thoughts on how it went today?
I think it's been magnificent. I mean, a lot of the individuals that are here today have been a part of the support to see us get to this point in time. And when I say us, it's the government of the Virgin Islands, Green VI, and the community as a whole, because that's what the We Recycle program is. What's really important to acknowledge is that we have our minister that's responsible for this program is here, the head of the Department of Waste Management, who is constantly working with his team to manage really difficult situations, to manage the public's waste. And sometimes there's some challenging things that get said in the public, and you have to actually remember that these individuals are heroes. So Green VI as an organization is just grateful that there's a space that we can be a part of, where we can sort of support and fill some of the gaps that there currently are. We look forward to the day that we're not needed in this space, honestly, but we're really happy to be able to share knowledge, share funding, share connective tissue. The Department of Waste Management is not that big, okay? And the job is huge. And so I know that's what I draw the most inspiration from when we're here today, is to see all the different pieces that have to come together. And honestly, Natasha, glass is so wonderful. Like, I'm hoping one day I can build a house. But I know when I look at the cost of sand and what's that going to mean for the cost of the concrete I need to build my house with, it's really intimidating. And so if we figure out a way to use all the glasses coming in anyway, I don't even drink alcohol. Like, those ain't my bottles, but I would like all of them to come and be a part of the solution. So that's why today is really exciting.
And I know it was exciting for me. I didn't expect to come here and enjoy watching glass get crushed, but it wasn't. It went further than that. It's a testament to where we are and where we're going. Tell us a little bit about the operations to date. What have you collected? How is it going to be used?
Fantastic. So right now the way the system works is that individuals at home put their glass bottles and jars. No one has to be limited. Every color can go into a We Recycle bin that's all across Virgin Gorda and Tortola. That glass then comes, at least on Tortola, comes here to Pockwood Pond, where there's a team, which is Virgin Islands Recycling Services right now, which is actually private sector, that's contracted, depending on who has resource, either contracted by the government of the Virgin Islands or by Green VI right now, so that we can actually figure out all the details of the system. So a lot of people will know this term SOP, which is your standard operating procedures. And Green VI is in the process right now just to help figure out all those details. How many days a week does the glass need to be crushed? How much volume is there? Does it need to go up onto the hill, or does it need to be kept in a space to be used as and when maybe there's a fire? How does it need to get used for remediating or improving the road? Is there actually a surplus, right, that the Public Works Department can make use of? So right now, a lot of the operating then depends on the machine. So a lot of research went into making sure that we chose a machine that would require very little maintenance. Most of the time, we're aware maintenance is not necessarily our strength in the territory. It's also a machine that we chose because it supports job creation. It's not a 100% mechanized situation. It requires individuals to operate it. Oftentimes people will be like, oh, why are you making, it just needs to be easier. But the recycling and materials management for the territory is based on job creation. And we believe that fundamentally has to be key in how this system works.
And what do you expect or want from, our partners, the community, as we continue to try to expand our recycling program?
Yeah, everyone just needs to get excited about being part of the solution. Sometimes people don't start separating their waste at home because it's inconvenient, and I think that oftentimes we need to remember that change is inconvenient, but the climate crisis is inconvenient. Right now, our natural resources, which is our environment, and the beauty of our environment is linked directly to our tourism product and our economy. The health of our residents is directly linked to how we manage our waste in the territory. So I would say to anybody, if you're not recycling yet, this is the time. I hope everyone that maybe anyone that questions whether it's worth it, I hope that you see today exactly what happens with your glass, and that you make the time to maybe visit the Eco Park, which is in Paraquita Bay, to come and see what's happening with the plastics. And more importantly than anything, remember that the Virgin Islands recycling program is called We Recycle.
Wonderful. So once again, we're here at the Pockwood Pond incinerator. We're here at the dump site facility here, bringing to you the latest innovation in our recycling program. We Recycled. We have with us the Deputy Director of Green VI. We had our Minister, we had board members, we had our Director of Waste Management, we had the media, everybody out here to help us to promote a cleaner, greener BVI. Reporting for the Ministry of Health and Social Development, I am Public Health Communication Specialist Natasha Letsom Humphrey. Remember, we need you to recycle.